continues. We are in Baltimore. It's Camden Yards to be exact, or I guess I should say Oriole Park at Camden Yards. It's the opener of a three-game set between the Halos and the Baltimore Orioles. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Kubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and I know we've been teasing it for the last couple of days as far as Mike Trout is concerned. Certainly he's been DHing quite a bit, but Gooby, he's back in the lineup in center field tonight.
Yeah, Victor, it's so good to have him back in center field. When you think about the improvement in his defense over the years, really, and especially this season, you talk about defensive zone rating at the top as far as that category in the American League. He's been able to go back to his left, to his right, and he's shown outstanding range because his routes are so much better this season than they were in the past, and he's been able to dive to make some plays. 3 outfield assists so far for Mike Trout. And then when you look at it, when he's playing defense, he swings the bat much better. .311 career hitter when he's playing center field. So it's good to have him back out there in center field, especially in a ballpark where he's made some outstanding defensive plays.
Today is guaranteed victory night.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Thank you.
The Angels have lost 6 straight. The Orioles have lost 5 straight. So somebody is going to win, and hopefully it is the Angels behind Felix Pena who gets to start tonight to kick off this 3-game set. We're going to step away for a moment. When we return, we're going to bring you the lineups and the first pitches. We are just about ready for baseball here in Baltimore. That ball is gone! Big fly for Mike Trout.
That's deep, and that's back. Hey, goodbye, home run! A grand slam for Manny Machado.
Brought to you by the new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Beautiful night for baseball here in Baltimore. It is a hot one. Temperatures soaring into the mid-90s today, and it's supposed to be up in the upper 90s by Sunday afternoon. That'll be just perfect for the 1 p.m. Eastern time start as Mike Trout and the Angels get ready to play game 1 tonight. Back out at center field. And overall, Gooby, they've got to really turn things around and try to figure things out. Mike Scioscia's doing his best as far as even just changing the lineup around.
I would just love to see some early runs, especially here in the first inning, to give Felix Pena a chance just to be able to relax on the mound with some runs to work with. We haven't seen a whole lot of that lately for the Angels, getting an early lead and then adding on as the game progresses.
Take a look at the lineup, I should say, for Mike Scioscia's 41-41 Angels. Game number 83. Calhoun will lead things off in right field. Trout's in center. Upton's in left. Pujols in that DH spot, in the cleanup spot. Simmons at shortstop. Valpoint at third. Kinsler at second base. Maldonado behind the plate. David Fletcher gets a start at third base. He will bat ninth. 24-year-old right-hander, Tullahoma, Tennessee native David Hess on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, fastball is 91, 95. We'll throw a slider, a lot of them, curveball, and changeup. My go-to is to be successful against Hess here tonight for the Angels, and their approach against him is hit those mistake breaking balls. And he's on occasion, he'll throw a slider a lot to right-handers and it's curveball to lefties. Make sure you hit those mistakes, and then don't be pull happy against them, especially lefties. He's going to throw some change-up fastballs away. Don't try to pull it, hit it the other way, and be successful doing that this evening.
Take a look at the defense for the Orioles tonight in support of Hess. You've got Mancini in left, Jones in center, Valencia's in right. The infield with Beckham and Machado on the left side. Scope and Davis on the right. Chance Cisco behind the dish.
So often we're used to seeing Manny Machado at third base, where he won a couple Gold Gloves at shortstop. At his 80th start at shortstop, he's committed 7 errors and has turned 44 double plays so far this season.
Halos have lost 6 straight. The Orioles have lost 5 in a row. They come into play with a 23-57 mark, and with an 11-27 record here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Cole ready to lead things off. Got into the game last night as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning. Had 2 plate appearances and worked 2 walks. 169, 2 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, and 14 runs batted in. Goes without saying, especially in this ballpark, but with the warm temperatures here, it will carry. And plenty.
Yes.
First one from Hess is just outside for ball 1. Adam Hamari calling the balls and strikes tonight. Phil Cuzzy at first base. Dan Bellino at second. The crew chief Tom Hallion at third. Umpire and crew for this weekend series. Shift on with 3 on the right side with Cole at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes.
And also we see Hess throwing Calhoun away. Mancini playing very shallow out in the left field. A lot of room in that left center field gap for Cole, especially on a fastball away now.
Beckham, the lone infielder on the left side. Cole rips this one, but right to the shift. That's Machado, the shortstop. Retires Calhoun for the first down. Put out goes 6-3. Trout coming up.
There are a few Trout fans here at Camden Yards, as usual.
Trout on board 3 times last night with 2 walks and a hit by a pitch. Overall 0 for 2. 320 on the season. 23 home runs and 48 runs batted in. He will take downstairs. To no. Back-to-back batters. Hess has fallen behind.
This is a situation now, if you're Trout, you're just looking for a fastball right in that zone where you could really drive it. Don't chase it, help him out.
Skied high and deep to left center field. That is a no-doubt big fly for Mike Trout. 1-0 Angels.
I guess he looked and found exactly what he wanted to hit. Welcome back to playing center field. Hasn't been out there defensively yet, but back on the defensive side, away from that DH role, and wow, did he crush that baseball. 24th home run of the season for Trout. It is our top tier play, brought to you by Arco. 2-0 fastball, and it is crushed by Trout. It's been a while since he square went up that far, and he hit that one way out into the Angels bullpen.
June 12th was the last time he homered. That was a multi-homer game. We had those back-to-back games in which he hit 2 home runs at Seattle on the 11th and the 12th. Anybody want to ask any more questions as to whether or not the finger feels all right? Seems to be a constant on social media.
And also the left hand and all those other things come into play. But Trout crushed that baseball.
Upton has an 0-2 count. Justin, the left fielder, 248, 17 home runs, 44 runs batted in. Breaking ball, pulled the left, a base hit.
And I talked about in go-tos getting and hitting one of those mistake breaking balls, and that's exactly what happened, especially 0-2. Got a lot of the plate. Now it's time for my Hyundai key for the game today for the Angels to be successful against Baltimore and Hess on the mound. A little Greg Kinban, the breakup song. Break up as far as breaking out, as far as the offense, putting it together. So far, so good. A home run and a single already here in the first inning. An early lead, which we haven't seen in a while.
Albert will look at a strike. 247 on the year, 12 home runs, 43 RBIs. 1 for 4 last night with an RBI single. A little soft liner towards second. Scopes got it, fires to first base. Throw off and Upton able to get back, so 2 outs. Albert reaching for that breaking ball.
Anthony Simmons, real good career numbers against Baltimore. 344 hitter versus the O's for Anthony Simmons. He is getting hot of late. Last couple of games against Boston, really starting to swing the bat well.
Edgerton takes a strike. 1 for 4 last night. The 1 a home run, 5th of the year. 313 batting average. 36 runs batted in. There's Buck Showalter. 1,527 career wins. Chopper up the middle and a base hit. Upton will advance to second. It's out right there.
Boy, you love seeing that from Simba. Using that big part of the field, going right back up the middle. Getting that timing together. Fastball was up above the belt and right back up the middle. You try to pull that, it's going to be a routine play to Machado at shortstop. Instead, it's a base hit up the middle.
Fairly straight fastball from Hess. His last start at Atlanta, June 24th, took the loss, gave up 5 runs in 4 innings. Matter of fact, he's allowed 5 runs in each of the last 3 starts. runs in his last 12 total innings in those 3 starts. He's given up 1 so far here in the first. Valbuena cuts through the fastball.
Keep in mind, very rarely will he throw his slider to left-handed batters. He'll throw a lot more changeups, slow curveballs, and fastballs away. The shift on here for Valbuena. A lot of room, that left side of the infield.
Upton at second, Simmons at first. Lease's batting average at 215. 9 home runs, 27 runs batted in. Saw 1 pitch as a pinch hitter last night, hit a fly ball to center. His only plate appearance. 2-1 count. That's a 5th round pick in 2014 out of Tennessee Tech. With the home run to Trout to start this game off. The Angels the early lead. 16 pitches so far here the first. Good numbers at AAA through 6 starts before getting called up. Balbuena lifts this one on the first base side. It's headed toward the seats. Evens up the count of 2-2. 92 degrees at first pitch here. Baltimore folks still filing in here. They've got a post-game fireworks show and concert. Struggling to draw, and obviously when you are playing to the tune of a 23-57 record, first thing that usually suffers is attendance, and that certainly has been the case for the Orioles here of late.
What a few Angel fans here, though, in the ballpark tonight.
2-2. Balbuena strikes out, and the Angels only get 1 out of it. The one, a big one. Mike Trout's 24th home run of the season, 49th RBI.
Well, you talk about making the most of a 2-0 pitch. Mike Trout crushed that one out. Angels up 1-0.
Lineup for the Baltimore Orioles. It'll be Trey Mancini leading things off in left field. Adam Jones at center. Manny Machado, the shortstop. Mark Trumbo, the former Angel, the cleanup hitter at DH. Chris Davis at first. Danny Valencia's in right. Jonathan Scope at second base. Tim Beckham, the third baseman. Chance Cisco batting ninth, doing the catching. Felix Peña's on the mound for the Angels. This will be his 3rd start as a Halo, 5th overall appearance. No record in a 5.40 ERA.
Yeah, my go-tos for Felix to be successful tonight against Baltimore. They do have some power in this lineup. It's really that downward slider tilt. When he works it down in the strike zone, he gets some swing and miss and spot that fastball effectively. He's got a firm fastball and with good movement, 92, 96 range when he spots it well.
Mancini, the left fielder, takes a strike. 226 batting average, 10 home runs and 23 runs batted in.
He spotted that fastball pretty well. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. This is about a half a baseball off the corner.
Two balls, one strike. Peña's last on to the 24th. That was against Toronto. No decision. 5 innings, giving up 3 runs on 8 hits. 6 strikeouts, 1 walk through a total of 83 pitches. Cena hits one back up the middle. Leadoff single for the Orioles. This is how the Angels stack up on the defensive side of things. The outfield, a normal everyday outfield with Upton, Trout, and Calhoun from left to right. The infield with Fletcher, Simmons, Kinsler, and Balbuena from third to first. Maldonado behind the plate.
Right on cue, hoping to get a ground ball double play in from Simmons at shortstop. 983 fielding percentage. That's third amongst AL shortstops. 994 in his last 41 games. Had that error just the other day in Boston. He has been outstanding as far as turning double plays to 47 of them this season.
talented shortstops in this ballpark here tonight.
Adam Jones takes a strike. .288 batting average for Jones, free agent to be. It's 31 runs batted in. What a one. Five-time All-Star.
It's unusual to see him take that first pitch. He expanded the strike zone after that fastball was at the heart of the plate on a slider.
It's almost automatic, right?
Yes.
For most hitters.
Yeah, when he go, should have been swinging at that pitch, first pitch. So we know they expand the strike zone. He's a batter that's hit into 11 double plays. It's that good downward tilt with his slider. 3 pitches, didn't waste any time on that. Stayed back on the well, good balance, straight down with that slider. Great location also.
Never a strike.
Nope, but he's a guy that will expand. If you throw a slider and it gets the strike zone, he will hit that a long way.
There's Manny Machado. 303 batting average. 955 career hits for Manny. .25 years of age. Question obviously still lingering as to what will the Orioles do, not only with Manny but with Adam Jones, Zach Britton, just to name a few. Darren O'Day now in a 60-day deal, dealing with a hamstring issue. They're all free agents to be. And it's possible they could absolutely do nothing.
Yeah.
Let it ride out.
Well, you had that interview. It was a good job with Gary Thorne today, saying he really doesn't have a pulse for that himself, as far as what this team is going to do.
Well, the Angels swept the Orioles at the Big A, and he had a pretty good series. 4 for 12 with 5 runs batted in. He pops this one up behind the plate. Maldonado coming back and runs out of room.
You know, you look at numbers for Machado this season versus the fastballs compared to his slider and changeup. Very solid versus the fastball this season. What we saw even towards the last part of last season, jumping on a fastball, 322 with 7 home runs, but also pretty solid on a slider and changeup. They're both pitches that Felix Pena will throw. 300 batting average with 8 home runs.
It's cooled off considerably. Got off to a terrific start. Hit 359 in the month of April. 288 last month. 250 now in June. Two-on pitch. 3-1. Mark Trumbo's on deck. Pena's 3-1. Machado takes a strike, full count.
Good job bringing that fastball back and catching the corner.
The Orioles have struggled on the offensive front as far as most of the categories. They are 9th in home runs, and they've hit quite a few long balls here of late. Total 94 on the season as a team. Mancini on the move. 3-2, ground ball through. A base hit. Mancini will stop at second base. So 2 on for Trumbo.
Dan got a fastball after the pitch before in the strike zone. Stumbled out of the batter's box. Hit that one very well in the hole. Second ground ball single in this inning for Baltimore.
Trumbo takes downstairs. Mark DHing, hitting .266 with 8 home runs. 53 runs batted in. 1-0. Ground ball to second. Should be 2. Kinsler feeds Simmons for 1. Jump throw makes it interesting, and it is a 4-6-3.
Boy, it's always fun to
double play.
watch those guys turn double plays. Kinsler and Anderson Simmons. The flip and then the jump. 4-6-3 double play. Angels up 1-0 here in the top of the second. Now it's time for the Mercedes-Benz League leaders. Ian Kinsler at the plate as far as top batting averages all time versus Baltimore. The Orioles last 80 seasons. Ian Kinsler 343. Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio in that group. He placed the St. Louis Browns, who became the Baltimore Orioles back in 1954.
Bottom third of the order for the Angels here in the second. Kinsler, Maldonado, and Fletcher. Ian hitting .216. Cuts through the slow breaking ball. Evens up the count at 1-1. That's with 1 strikeout, 3 hits allowed in the first. Kinsler lifts it out toward right, slicing foul. Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's with that first inning home run allowed to Trout. He's allowed a home run in 7 of his 9 starts. 10th home run allowed this year. Foul back off the mask.
Straight off that mask, Cisco. Fastball in. Oh.
Cut through it and lost the bat.
If you don't tip it that one, no free.
So the follow through.
That's a check swing. He didn't go.
Flashbacks to Boston. Just give permission to go back and get some pine tar when that bat slipped out of his hand. Cannot go back and do that without the permission from the home plate umpire. And Hamari allowed him to do so.
Breaking ball popped up. Davis into foul territory. Well down. Brings up Maldonado. Team hitting .242, 4 home runs, 29 runs batted in. Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Groundbreaking. Yeah, in the early 90s. This was the model for other ballparks being built at that time. And since then, the good old Utah Street out beyond the right field wall.
Pretty cool they brought the foul poles in from the old Memorial Stadium too, put them in this ballpark. We saw that coming back after the first inning.
2 down.
There it is, a sign there. Original foul pole. Memorial Stadium.
Did you give up many there in Memorial?
Might have give up 1 or 2.
1 or 2?
Yeah, maybe.
Eddie Murray got you there?
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly. Yeah. There's Cakes.
There it is.
Jim Palmer. Not broadcasting this series. He wasn't in. Was it SoCal?
Yes.
Yeah, he did do that.
Yes, he did that. Yeah, that series.
David Fletcher starting third baseman tonight. .296 average. Triple, couple of runs batted in. Takes inside.
Brooks Robinson, one of the statues out there, my agent when I was a baseball player back in the day.
He was?
Yes. Robinson and Associate. Robert Shapiro and Associates.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I mean, I knew you were with the
Ron Shapiro.
Yeah, I knew you were with Ron. I didn't know Brooks was there.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The human vacuum cleaner.
Oh, it's unbelievable third.
Fletcher works the 2-out walk. That to me, as a manager, especially when you're going as the Orioles have gone, if you're Buck Showalter, you gotta have some steam popping out of the ears.
Yep.
2 outs, and number 9 hitter, and give him a walk.
And most number 9 hitters are going to get their fair share of singles, but they're not going to hit the ball out of the ballpark necessarily. So you want to be aggressive on him, and credit David Fletcher for very patient in that at bat.
Cole swinging first pitch, lofts one shallow left side. How about that? Wasn't sure, man. Tough to tell who's up there forever. Angels still up 1-0. This road game is brought to you by your SoCal Chevy dealers. Find new roads. As we begin the bottom of the second inning with the Angels up 1-0, courtesy of the Trout home run to first. Baltimore, a couple of men off with one out of the first inning. Payne get through a double play ball to get out of it. That was off the bat of Mark Trumbo. Chris Davis will lead things off for the O's. Their half of the second with Valencia to follow, then Scope. Chris Davis, 155 batting average. 7 strikeouts, or 7 home runs, I should say. 24 runs batted in. Strikeouts slightly more than 7.
Yeah, I think you would like that.
97. Texas native. A rough couple of seasons, basically since signing that long-term contract extension.
Yeah, one of the good guys in baseball. He has tremendous power the other way. We know he can pull the baseball, but he can drive the ball very well the other way. He's in a good count now.
He's ahead now, 3-0. Takes a strike. Lines this one out toward left center field. Trout got a good jump on it. He will track it down for the first down.
Boy, it's good to see Trout back out there in center field. Look at his routes he's been taking, shading him that way. Said he's got good power the other way. Runs that one down in front of the wall. 945 defensive zone rating this season. That's tops amongst AL center fielders.
Here's Danny Valencia. Takes downstairs.
Back-to-back batters behind 2-0. Already the third batter in the game for Felix Pena. 2-0 counts.
Danny Valencia, 286 average. Takes a strike at the knees, just below. 8 home runs and 22 runs batted in. He's been around a while for several teams. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Play a number of different defensive positions. From third, first, outfield.
Ground ball to short.
Jammed them on that fastball in.
Valencia retired. Out number 2. Valencia wearing J.J. Hardy's old number 2, Gooby.
Yeah, tools of the trade. Time for it. Brought to you by Ram Trucks. Back in 2012, June 27th, the Baltimore Trout made one of the most outstanding plays you will ever see. Back to the wall, half of his body over the wall. Jared Weaver loving that play against J.J. Hardy. He did that in front of a bunch of family and friends right out there in center field, left and right center field.
I was going to say, look how young he looked, but he's still young.
Yes.
Jonathan Scope, the second baseman, takes a strike.
Didn't J.J. Hardy hit one again like the next time around?
Next season.
And was it Peter Bourjos ran it down?
Yeah, I think
over the fence.
Following season.
Yeah.
That may have been the year when Trout was playing left, if I'm not mistaken.
That was an unbelievable catch. Oh, that play he made at the Big A, going almost completely over to the wall and bring it back, was incredible too.
Bourjos made a play in Chicago against the White Sox, which I still think just a tick below the one that Trout did here.
Yep.
On that J.J. Hardy one.
Yeah, because he had to go to the backhand and it slammed in the wall going to left center field.
I think who the batter was on that one. This was rolled foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the scope.
Remember, it was fun, those conversations. Who was faster going down the first baseline between Trout and Peter Borges there for a while.
I think I was content in saying that on a straight run home to first, Trout had the slight edge.
But it was extremely close.
Borges running the bases, to me, I don't know, just the way he cut the angles. Trout's a really good base runner as well.
It reminded me of Dash in The Incredibles. Peter Borges going around the bases.
Full count. Down the line, backhanded by Fletcher. It's a fair ball. Across the diamond, and Pena with a 1-2-3 second. 2 in the books here in Baltimore. Angels up 1-0.
Mike Trout here, top of the third. Now it's time for the Kia drive to success with Mike Trout leading off here the top of the third inning. See the difference when he gets to play defense out in center field. DH last 9 games, 225. This 222 in his career as a DH, but as an outfielder, especially this season, 337 back in center field, 311 career-wise, homered his first at bat, back in center.
Trout up to the Pujols for the Angels here in the third. Home run, the 24th of the year, 49th run batted in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Looked like it got him. Is that the 5th time now Trout has been hit?
Yes.
Just saying. That's up and in on Trout.
And your point is not lost with me, by the way. I understand what you're saying is that at some point when your best player, the best player in the game, continues to get hit, and I know they're trying to pitch him inside.
Yeah. You have to protect your players, and you have to protect Mike Trout. Now, granted,
Stumbling, and Haas has only played, might be hardly Machado's only play was going to be to first. Now it goes an infield base hit, so the 2 on here to start the 3rd.
Yeah, once that got by Hess, it was going to be a difficult play. Machado using the bare hand trying to. He might have had a little bit more time than he thought on that slow ground ball. A little bit of a stumble for Hess, and then the bare hand unable to get control of that one for Machado. It's a tough play. Now a big opportunity here for the Angels to score some runs and put some doubt in the mind of a club that's struggling in Baltimore here. And going back and final that thing with Mike Trout, I know with the finger issue, he was really being pitched inside an awful lot, but that still doesn't stop you as a pitcher from protecting him as much as possible. Up and in, a lot of high fastballs.
Albert skying one out toward left center field, playable for Jones. Trout's not going anywhere, and there's out number 1.
Hamilton Simmons coming to the plate, base hit his first at bat, and last night at Fenway Park was worthy of a Carl's Cam replay. Slow breaking ball. Brian Johnson lines that one well out over the green monster for Hamilton Simmons as he's starting to swing the bat more consistently since coming back from the disabled list. That is batting average back up now to .316. Very good on the road this entire season for Hamilton Simmons.
Had a base hit up the middle of the 1st. Upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Entered with a 3-hit game 2 nights ago, and a home run last night. Trout at second, Upton at first. Bouncer back toward the middle. That's a base hit. Trout coming around to score, and he will. Upton will take 3rd. 2-0 Angels. Simmons picks up his 37th run, batted in.
Well, we talked about how great he's been hitting on the road. Another base hit right back up the middle for Hamilton Simmons. He's had a solid batting average with runners in scoring position for the last year plus. And another fastball that was around belt high, right back up the middle. Oh, like we talked about go-tos against Hess, don't be pull happy. See right there for Hamilton Simmons twice tonight.
So Valbuena up. Hess has 1 strikeout in this game. That was of Luis in the 1st. 1-0. 41st pitch thrown by Hess. He walked 1, hit a man, and allowed 5 hits. 3 in the 1st, 2 so far here in the 3rd inning. Good hitters count for Valbuena. 2 balls, no strikes. Reaching for it, bounces this one towards second. Scope fires to Machado for 1. The relay back, not in time.
It's hit slow enough to make sure that there was no double play being able to be turned on Luis Valbuena. Run scored, gets an RBI on that fielder's choice.
Really surprised that he swung at that pitch. 2-0, you're sitting pretty.
Yeah, we talked about Trout sitting on a 2-0 pitch he got in the 1st inning. You want, as a hitter, when it's 2-0, you want to pitch in the heart of the plate. You don't want to help him out by expanding your strike zone.
Valbuena is credited with an RBI. 2 outs. In case you were wondering, that pitch through Luis on 2-0 was down and away. That's why he ended up being a soft roll in the second, trying to pull that pitch. Kinsler popped out, foul territory, his first at bat. Bueno picks up his 28th RBI. Oh, 2. By Cisco. Well, the Donato on deck. Trout started this inning off. Hit by pitch. Will drop down to the 7th spot of the order tonight with Calhoun in the leadoff spot. One, 2 again. This one's pulled foul out in front.
It's one of those pitches, though. If you stay back just enough, you can hit that baseball a long way, because that got the lower part of the strike zone, middle of the plate. Talk about not missing those mistake breaker balls. That was one of them, and just out in front enough, though, pulled it foul.
Higgins hit 297 through 11 games in this number 7 spot this year. Considering where the Angels offense has struggled this year, especially of late. He's trying to change up the mojo as he pops this one up. Jonathan Scope, the second baseman, calling for it. Halos are done here the 3rd. They add 2. It's 3-0 Angels as we hit at the bottom of the 3rd.
Northwest is brought to you by Hyundai. Get a great deal more than a great deal on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Carl's Jr. The tempting El Diablo Thick Burger has returned to Carl's Jr. Pick it up before it's gone. And by City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels baseball.
Halos up 3-0 as we begin the bottom of the 3rd inning. A warm night here in Baltimore. 8-9-1 coming up for the O's. Felix Pena just now finishing up his warm-up pitches. He's given up 2 hits, both singles in the 1st inning. Also picked up a strikeout in the 1st. He's coming off a 1-2-3 second inning. Beckham, Cisco, and Mancini coming up.
Seeing a lot of Angel fans.
Pass pass to diving David Fletcher. To Beckham's on board to lead off this third inning.
Remember last season when he came over for Tampa, he really hit the ball well for Baltimore. And he was aggressive on the first pitch. He got a first pitch here. Gets it by Fletcher. Especially playing in just in case he would bunt. That's why it's so important for hitters, just to show a bunt every once in a while. For even though you hadn't done it yet in the scheme, but scouts have given that information out to the Angels that he does try to drag bunt. So you have to bring those corner infielders in. It's more difficult to make those plays when you're in.
Chance Cisco, the catcher, 220, couple of home runs, 16 runs batted in.
Santiago High School. Remember he had that collision with Pedro Alvarez at home and at the Big A.
The pop-up.
Yep. Look at that ball hit off his foot. Back up on the pick-off throw.
Cisco's second round pick by the Orioles in 2013. 10 games last year. This is his 49th game this year. Pick-off attempt.
And right off the foot. That is a kick save.
No balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff man Trey Mancini on deck. Cisco strikes out for the first out of the third. Second punch out for Pena.
A good slider once again. Both strikeouts have been on that slider from Pena. Talked about that downward tilt with his slider. Very good. Twice in swing and misses on that pitch.
Mancini with a base hit in the first, takes a strike. Didn't like that call. Thought that pitch was down.
Amari said he heard Buck. He might have said that ball was down and away. Mancini's also rolled into a lot of double plays, 10 so far this season. Pena's got a ground ball double play so far in the game with Mark Trumbo.
1-1. Mancini takes a little bit low this time. 2 balls, 1 strike. Reminds me of Peter Gibbons of Office Space, doesn't he? Just a little
Good
bit.
call. That's a good call.
I need you to come in.
Yes. Out.
3-1. Beckham over at first base with a single to lead off this third. 1 out. Adam Jones on deck. Works the walk and bring up the tying run in Jones.
Keep in mind, last at bat, Adam Jones took a first pitch fastball. He's generally a guy that swings at the first pitch. You gotta be careful first pitch against him here.
Jones struck out in the first, one of 2 strikeouts for Pena. Here comes tonight's first visit to the mound by Martin Maldonado.
Trying to get him under control here now. If the offense provides you with 2 runs at the top of the 3rd, you want to put up that 0 right away.
Backup standing at second. Mancini at first. 1-0 to Jones. 2-0. Over to Simmons, to Kinsler, back to first. About that, another double play ball on a 2-0 count. This would end the 3rd with through 3. Angels still lead at 3-0.
Fourth. Now it's time for the cricket smile. You'll always get a smile on your face as a pitcher when you get that ground ball. Double play turn 4-6-3 and then 6-4-3 to finish off a couple of innings for that ground ball double play. I'll make you smile there from Felix Pena as he walks off the field.
Top of the 4th, still with a 3-0 lead. 8-9-1 coming up for the Angels. Maldonado, Fletcher, and Calhoun. Maldonado breaks his bat, loops on the left, and it's a leadoff single. 15-1 for 2 on the night.
See, this is a good scenario right now. This is exactly why David Fletcher in this part of the order is important, because now you can put something on if you're Mike Scioscia. Dino We'll be going through a series assigned over to Martin Maldonado and David Fletcher at the plate because he handles the bat so well.
Fletcher worked a walk in the 2nd inning. Only free pass issued by Hess.
A lot of times you'll see a throw at a first base just to see, the manager will put that on the opponent, Buck Showalter, just to see if Fletcher would square around the bunt.
Hit and run is on. Fletcher fouls it back.
Right, a perfect guy for Mike Scioscia to have in that lineup right now. David Fletcher. It's good contact, hits the ball on the ground a lot.
David pops it up, third base side. Long run over for Beckham here. The dugout makes a catch, stumbles a little bit there. As the catch went out.
Cisco was making sure that Beckham was making that call as he worked his way over towards that dugout. That's exactly what happened. A similar play in Anaheim. We had that collision.
Calhoun is 0 for 2.
Change up. Again, he throws his change up only to left-handed batters. He's, for the most part, this season he's been very reluctant to throw his change up to a right-handed batter. Although, in my opinion, that's a very effective pitch against a right-handed batter, because a lot of times you'll pull that one foul.
Cole strikes through that fastball. A little bit upstairs. One ball, one strike. 54 pitches for Hess. Leadoff single from Maldonado. Trout's on deck. Bouncer to first. Davis on to Machado for one. Back to first. Davis has it. That's a 3-6, 3-inning inning double play. Trout remains in the on deck circle. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Angels. Begins. Coverage starts at 6 a.m. Pacific as Messi and Argentina take on Pogba and France. Then at 11 Pacific, Ronaldo leads Portugal, I should say, against Uruguay. You can catch all the action on Fox and Fox Sports app. Halos up 3-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Machado, Trumbo, Davis coming up. It's Felix Pena.
So we got 2 ground ball double plays, 6 total outs via the ground ball so far for Felix Pena.
Machado with the base hit in the first inning. He's thrown 2 double play balls. Machado takes a strike. Felix with the 2 strike counts and a walk. Originally a shortstop when he was drafted. He's been primarily a big league third baseman. Back to shortstop this year. And will make a lot of money this coming off season as a free agent. Whether here or somewhere else.
There's amazing young players in the game now. Been around for a while.
This is lined and just beyond the reach of Anderson Simmons. Machado with a 2-hit game. He's on board to lead off the 4th.
Down and got that low pitch. And lines it just over the head of Anderson Simmons. Sinking fastball. It's always been pretty good down and in like that on the fastball. If you're going to go inside, it's got to be above the belt.
Trumbo grounded into a double play to end the 1st, so he's 0 for 1. Trumbo the 2nd year of a 3-year contract signed prior to last year. Came up with the Angels to a brief time in Arizona, Seattle. Now his 3rd season with Baltimore. Free agent year played out nicely for him. He was an all-star as an Oriole. 2016 with 47 home runs, drove in 108. 256 down season.
Villa Park High School grad.
This is young foul. Cavalryman's at 1-2. .51 pitches for Felix Pena. 4 hits allowed now. 4 have been singles. With a 3-0 lead. Now chase on that breaking ball. It's been a sharp one tonight. 1 down. Strikeout number 3.
Yeah, he stayed real balanced on that one too. A couple times, 3 times as a matter of fact in this game. He's really done a nice job as far as staying back, standing tall. A little bit of Nissan pitch cast. Starts originally on the corner, that breaks well off the outside part of the plate for a swing and miss.
Talk about tilt and the like. I mean, you go back and watch that replay. As a hitter, that pitch looks like a fastball. It stays on a fastball plane until the last second, then it just darts out of the zone.
And that would be a true slider. That's
right.
That's the thought process for somebody who, especially a sinker ball. He has 2-seam fastball. Hitters got to recognize and think fastball, and then it breaks at the last moment. A true slider.
And for a sinker baller, you're talking about east or west break.
Yes.
Because as a hitter, you're trying to figure out, is he coming as a right-handed batter, is he coming down and in, or is that ball going down and away from him?
Exactly.
Ball and a strike on Chris Davis.
Exactly that point. Start at middle of the plate and it runs to the outside corner. If he tries to pull that fastball, Chris Davis is going to hit a ground ball and an infielder. Now, we talked about Davis being pretty strong going the other way.
Popped up. Fletcher, who was playing at the shortstop position, races over. 2 down. . Machado still at first base. Here's Danny Valencia. He grounded to short. The second inning at bat. Scores currently being played right now. Games being played right now. Tampa Bay leading Houston 3-0. Game to the bottom of the fourth, game 2 of that 4-game series. Texas and the White Sox just opening things up in Arlington. Oakland will host Cleveland later on. Seattle will host Kansas City. Those two on the West Coast. All in a strike. Here the Angels with a run of the first on the Trout blast to deep left center field. It's 24th of the year. RBI single from Simmons and a fielder's choice RBI from Valbuena in the third inning to extend the lead. Good breaking ball, 1-2.
Trying to get in the chase with that slider. It's been a pretty good pitch for him tonight so far.
Legend drives one out towards center field. Trout has to race back. He'll leap up at the last second, make the catch. He steps out on the warning track. That's the third out. So a leadoff single by Machado, stranded at first.
Trout with that good range, that good angle, back up towards the wall, testing that finger again. Nice play. Luis Pena liking that defense. SoCal Toyota in the first inning on a 2-0 count. Has threw a fastball to Trout. Trout crushed it out. His 24th home run of the season. And then Mike Trout, last inning, bottom of the fourth, finished it off an outstanding defensive play, running out that ball in the gap, catching it from the wall. High fives for Felix Pena when he got back to the dugout. And of course, he's leading off. That always seems to happen. You end the inning with a great defensive play, you lead off an inning.
It's incredible, Pally, with how often that happens in baseball.
How is that possible?
Perfect timing. Trout was stranded in the on-deck circle after Cole bouncing the inning-ending double play in the fourth. Mike's been on board twice. home run and a hit by a pitch. He's a 1-ball, 1 strikeout. He's also scored twice.
It's 3 consecutive high fastballs against him from Hess. 1 hit him last at bat, 2 in a row this inning.
1-2.
See Trout telling himself to stay back and hit the ball the other way on a pitch like that. You look at numbers this season for Trout versus a fastball. 335 batting average coming into the game. 11 home runs, but 280 versus the secondary pitches that Hess will throw, with 11 home runs also. That's a slider, curve, and change.
Full count. Upton on deck. Couple of hits tonight, singles. 3-2 to Trout. Fouls it back.
That's pretty good hack at a low fastball. .91-mile-an-hour fastball, and he was on it. That was a pitch he was looking to drive to right center field.
Lifted out to shallow right field. It's a long run in for Valencia. He's there, makes the catch, 1 out.
That's one of those swings for Trout. When he gets back to that dugout, he knew he had a pitch. He hit far and just got underneath it. See him looking back even at see if they would show a replay of his swing. Because that was right down pretty much the heart of the plate. His part of the plate where he crushes the ball.
Couple of singles for Justin. Scored a run.
Going back to last night when he got a single, that's 3 straight singles for Upton.
No balls, 2 strikes.
It's not a bad pitch right there by Hess, especially when you throw 2 fastballs in a row as a hitter and you're thinking they were out of the strike zone. You're more apt to go chase that, but that's a good take by Upton.
You're the pitching coach of the Baltimore Orioles. You've seen David Hess. What's your recommendation?
I like, he's not overpowering with his fastball. I think he's got to think in terms of utilizing his break and stuff a little bit more. When you look coming into this game, about 61% of his pitches are fastball. I think 50 to 53%. Drop that down. It's pretty good fastball at 94, but it's 91, 94 consistently. It's relatively straight. More breakables, and then you spot his fastball. Very similar, really, when you look at Felix Pena as far as spotting a fastball.
Upton strikes out on the breaking ball. 2 outs.
And he's got a pretty good breaking ball. Pretty solid mechanics. Late break to that curveball there. Between slider and curveball. Pretty solid 2 breaking balls for Hess.
Albert fouls the first one back. He's 0 for 2. Little soft liner, humpback liner to scope in the first inning, the second baseman. And a fly ball, shallow left center in the third.
Getting the chance to DH tonight with Trout out in center field.
Popped up. Chris Davis drifting into foul territory. Halos down in order here. The 5th. At the bottom of the 5th we go. Angels leading it. Taking on the Seattle Mariners at 7:07. Fans in attendance get this awesome.
It is awesome.
Brown shirt, courtesy of your SoCal Honda dealers. While supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com. Yeah, new pajama top for you.
Yes,
I see you snuggling up at night.
Yep. I know Trout's looking forward to that giveaway that night. I said, man, that T-shirt is fabulous. He goes, oh yeah, it's really solid, don't you think?
It's awesome.
Yes.
Scope, Beckham, and Cisco. Bottom third of the order for the Orioles against Felix Pena is 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 hits allowed. They're looking forward to the Trout shirt giveaway.
No doubt. Time for that good slider. There it was.
In the dirt. And it goes a strikeout. 2-3 goes to put out, 1 out.
I like going to the slider there instead of trying to elevate a fastball. Scope, we've seen over the years, he can crush a fastball. He really has had a tough time not expanding the strike zone on breaking balls this season. Timing not the same this year so far. Four strikeouts, all swinging.
To Beckham had a base hit leading off the third. Takes a strike.
That was on the first pitch. That was a good first pitch there from Felix Pena. Don't go away from the fastball just because he got a hit on the first pitch fastball. Just hit a better spot with it. With a few change-ups.
Check swing roller to first.
Well, you love those swings right there to get a quick, easy out on a breaking ball.
2 down. Beckham certainly not happy with it. Heads back to the dugout, brings up Chance Cisco. And Mike Scioscia before the game today was talking about Shohei Ohtani. Told the media that Shohei took BP on the field in Anaheim yesterday and today could possibly face some pitching in a simulated setting as soon as this weekend.
It's moving pretty quickly there.
Shohei Ohtani hat right there. Ground ball to second. Pena. The 1, 2, 3, 5th inning. 5 complete here. Camden Yards. Angels leading the opener here 3-0.
By T-Mobile, Darren O'Day. Congratulations to him, 2017 winner MLB's Bob Feller Act of Valor Award, recognizing those who support members of the U.S. military. support of the Orioles Military Sunday Suite program. Darren O'Day doing his part. Former Angel, also Darren O'Day, Ranger, and now very solid with Baltimore, although on the disabled list at the moment.
Start the 6th. The Angels on top 3-0. Simmons, Valbuena, Kinsler coming up. Swing and a miss. Andrelton 2 for 2, a couple of singles and an RBI. The RBI is 37th of the year. This one's pulled down the left field line. That is a fair ball into the corner. 3-hit game for Simmons. Double, his 14th of the year, so he's in scoring position.
That's 7 hits in his last 3 games. Back to getting that smile going on his face, the timing. And break ball went down and got it, lines it down in the corner. 14th double. There's times where he looks slightly off balance in his swing, but he keeps his hands back very well through the zone.
Valbuena 0 for 2. Strike out the fielder's choice, but did pick up an RBI. A 3rd inning fielder's choice. Race over at first base tonight with Pujols in the DH spot. Trout back in center. Lifted out to shallow left. Can't find it. That's going to fall in there. Simmons going to be waved around and then stopped. Valbuena's going to take second.
That's good base running by Valbuena to get into second base there when he saw that high throw.
Dino waved Simmons home.
But he recognized that too. Anderson Simmons. We always talk about his instincts. He happened to look back on his own and pick that up, that he was going to be in trouble if he tried to score.
I thought he had plenty of time to score. Mancini from the get-go never saw the baseball.
And a throw, a high throw in, gets into scoring position also.
Infield in for the Orioles with Kinsler at the plate. 1-0. Valbuena gets credited with a single. Moved to second on the fielder's choice. Second and third, nobody out. Ian's popped out twice. Ground ball to short. 1 out.
Missed opportunity there for Ian Kinsler to drive in a run. Struggled this season with runners in scoring position. But Martin Maldonado has certainly not. 4th best in the American League. 382 for Maldonado in these spots.
Martin 1 for 2.
And if you see him throwing that slider away, you have to think in terms of right field approach. Although a lot of times a right-handed pitcher will try to pitch inside to a right-handed batter. Try to jam you.
Ground ball to short. Simmons is coming home. The throw by Machado is a short hop throw.
I
They
think
get
they might
Simmons.
look at that. I'll tell you what, I thought he was safe. Foot down.
I agree.
They definitely should take a look at that.
Call at the plate is out. But because that throw short hop Cisco, the glove kind of came up to catch the ball and then came back down.
Yeah, I think that foot is on the plate before the tag. I think it's worth it, and they are going to check it. I think that's going to be overturned. I think you're right. When Cisco had to scoop that and then bring it back and then tag him, foot got underneath it. Contact play on. It should be overturned. Right there, you see the foot and then the tag.
I'm going to go ahead and mark it down as a run in my book.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
You all right with that?
Yeah.
4-0. Not really. Not yet. Stand by.
Stand by. Stand by you?
Yes, sir. Call at the plate is out. 6-2. And Valbuena stayed at second.
Right there's a great angle. You see the foot on the plate and then the tag. It didn't look like at any point was the foot up in the air. Foot was on the plate right there. And then the tag.
I'm still trying to figure out why Luis Valbuena is still at second base. It's a ball hit to short that's in front of you and he's going home.
Because now when you're at third base, you've taken away a potential big arsenal for a pitcher as far as that slider in the dirt as compared to being at second.
Well, this is taking an awful long time.
He's like, I think I got my foot in there. Looks like we're going to get that decision made.
Safe at home, 4-0.
So we did all right with our book.
Yeah. Goes as a fielder's choice RBI. First and second, one out. David Fletcher at the plate. Fletcher with a walk and a pop-up. 0 for 1. Takes a strike. Movement down the Orioles bullpen. Mazinger comes up, getting ready, called up. The Orioles made a bunch of changes today. Fletcher launches one out to deep left field. Mancini going back. It's over his head and off the wall. Almost picked up his first career home run. 5-0 Angels. It's a double with an RBI.
Picks up his first double, though. He's at a triple. That was his first major league hit. Really an unfortunate inning here for Hess when you think about it. It was a pop-up. It could have been and should have been caught. A ground out. It was not made at the plate. And now this pitch right here, Fletcher lines it off the wall. Albertson, you need to get back into that weight room a little bit more so if you're going to pick up that first career home run, because I've got a few of those, and I'll show you how to do that. And going back to my Hyundai key for this game, the breakup song, breaking out of this slump this season towards the offensive side. So far, so good here against Baltimore tonight. 5 runs, home run, a couple doubles, 2 in this inning alone. Halos swinging the bat much better here tonight. Fletcher hit that one very well. Took a great play by Benintendi against him last night.
Infield in, runners at second and third. Still one out. Here's Cole. He's 0 for 3 so far tonight. Down the way. You're right about Hess. A tough inning for him. Tough luck inning, I should say.
Yeah, there's no errors made, but there's 2 outs out there, and he already had one, so really could have been no runs in this inning. That's the Angels. It's good to see them take advantage of some mistakes.
Into the dugout and out. Upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stay tuned during the 7th inning stretch for the Arco game break with Patrick O'Neill. 5-0 Halos. We're in the 6th inning. Two on. Cole fouls it back. Two balls and 2 strikes. Lifted out to left. Mancini going back on it. Maldonado, the base runner at third. Trey getting behind it, makes the catch. Maldonado's coming home, and that's not a very good throw. 6-0. Sacrifice fly for Cole Calhoun. Picks up his 15th run batted in.
That's basically going over, especially with your scouting report on an arm, and if it's accurate enough, especially with Trout coming to the plate, potentially challenge him and scores that 6th run of the game, 3rd in this inning.
Buck Showalter's making the way out there, so that's going to be it for David Hess. Responsible for the man at second base. 6 runs in against him.
An intentional walk, it looks like, too, already for Trout.
Did he do that before he made the pitching change?
Yes.
Oh, okay. As long as he did it before the pitching change, I was going to say. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. We'll have more right after this. Thursday, July the 12th, 7:07 start. Fans in attendance receive a one-of-a-kind Ohtani double bobblehead courtesy of Lawson Ticket while supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com. Halos up 6-0. Still have a couple of men on with 2 outs. Here in the 6th inning. Ryan Meisinger takes over on the mound. Called up today. His major league debut, 11th round pick in 2015. Pitched at AA and AAA this year. 1-0 with a 3.79 ERA. Facing Justin Upton, the first pitch in for a strike. Upton 2 for 3, two singles and a strikeout. He's also scored a run.
Tough situation for a youngster to come in for your debut and you face Justin Upton. Look up there, 17 home runs on the season. He's been there with 2 really good sliders. Start this at bat. Very difficult as a hitter. We have no idea as far as scouting on him. Although you'll take that pitch back again.
Yeah, hung a breaking ball there. Oh, 2 upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
When you come to the ballpark every day, there's something unique. That was pretty unique there for Buck Showalter as he's walking out to make a pitching change. Already said Trapper were intentionally walking you. That ends up being a walk for David Hess.
This is punched to right field. Valencia's there, squeezes it for the 3rd out. Angels send 8 men to the plate here in the 6th inning. Score 3. They lead at 6-0 as they head to the bottom of the 6th. Family Sunday. Stop by the Gate 5 courtyard for fun activities and stay for the game, as well as Kids Run the Bases. For more information on that Family Sunday, it's sponsored by Yakult Probiotic Drink at angels.com. 6-0, bottom of the 6th inning. Felix Pena back out. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 hits allowed. And it's the top of the order for Baltimore. Mancini, Jones, and Machado. 69 pitches thrown by Pena so far.
And you got to keep that same focus if you're Felix Pena. So far, so good. Getting a lot of ground ball outs. Ooh, the old backup breaker ball got away with that one.
Base hit to right field on a 1-2 pitch. Mancini goes the other way, picks up his second hit. He's been on board 3 times tonight.
That's a pretty good piece of hitting, really, by Mancini.
Campodrosian getting ready. Adam Jones 0 for 2, a strikeout and a double play ball. Takes a little bit high.
See, that time Adam Jones was ready to swing at the first pitch if he got a fastball. "12 double plays he's rolled into this season, including one tonight.
A little surprised that Campodrosian's warming up. Pena's thrown the ball well.
Yeah,
74 pitch, and you have a 6-0 lead.
He has said he thinks he can get to at least that 100 pitch or more plateau.
What was it, 90 or 84 pitches? 83 pitches last time out.
And a quick 5th inning. Pretty solid throughout, really, as far as pitches per inning. Getting those double play balls has helped.
And a foul tip into the mitt, hung on to by Maldonado.
Again, it's another one of those hard sliders, that good downward tilt.
Mike Scioscia's going to go out and make a move.
Going back to my go-tos in this game, we talked about that downward slider tilt. He's had it working throughout this game. Late break to it, looks in the middle part of the plate, and then goes off that outside corner very consistently. 5 strikeouts, all on sliders here this evening, including the last one. Foul tip, held on to by Maldonado. Excellent outing by Felix Pena.
Yeah, with an easy 5 1/3 innings, he's lifted here with a 6-0 lead, a pitching change.
Sports West is brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. By Heffernan Insurance, insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by Purple Bricks. You could save thousands when selling your home. Go to purplebricks.com.
Beautiful night. It is a warm one, however, this weekend, all weekend long. Angels in the opener of this 3-game set have a 6-0 lead with 1 out in the 6th inning. Felix Pena lifted. And I'm surprised. 3rd start. And he's been working out as a starter in the minor leagues. Just go 5 1/3, 76 pitches. But I think the one that stands out is the fact it's a 6-0 lead. If he gives up a home run here, who cares? 6-2.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, his slider. He was even telling Tyler Skaggs there how he had that good break to his slider. It was excellent throughout the entire game.
Manny Machado facing Cambridge. First pitch upstairs. Ball 1. Manny 2 for 2. A couple of singles. Little Bedrock is 3-1 with a 3.44 ERA. 40th appearance of the season. Cam, 31 strikeouts, 16 walks. He's got a man at first. That's Mancini. 2-0.
Machado 3 for 5 against Cambridge in his career.
Bottom part of the zone. 2-1. He was responsible for the man at first base in Mancini. Trumbo on deck. 2-2 on the way. Ground ball short. Third double play turned by the Angels tonight. Pedrosian gets the Angels out of it. Lee heading to the 7th. 6-0 Halos. For the Angels, this is how it looks. 3-hit game for Andrelton Simmons, second of his last 3 games. Mike Trout with a home run early on. He's also been walked and been hit by a pitcher. He's been on board 3 times. Upton with a couple of singles. Fletcher with his first big league double. 6-0 Angels as we start the 7th. Meisiger got the final out in the 6th inning. Back out for Baltimore. Pujols, Simmons, Valbuena coming up for the Angels. Albert tonight 0 for 3. Albert shoots one out to right field. Valencia racing back. It's over his head. Ricochets off the wall and past him, so Albert will get the second. It's a leadoff double for Albert, his 12th of the season.
Good job of going the other way. Pitch down and away, went with that pitch the other way off the wall. 631st career double. This one behind David Ortiz. Now for 10th all-time doubles list. 3,043 hits. 10 away from Rod Carew.
Two singles, double. RBI and a run score for Andrelton Simmons tonight. Ball on a strike. Chases and it gets away from Cisco. Simmons is going to reach. A strikeout wild pitch puts runners at first and third.
Heisinger's first career strikeout ends up being a base runner on that wild pitch. You turn the glove the wrong way, you have to turn around the other way to keep that in front of you.
Pujols at third. Andrelton over at first. Valbuena at the plate. At least 1 for 3. Hit that ball to left field that Mancini never saw. It fell in. Credited with a single. Oh, 2. Kinsler on deck. Valbuena fouls it off. Just trying to punch one the other way.
It's always pretty cool around this ballpark when you look around all the names of jerseys that we see here at Camden Yards. Some of the all-time great Orioles. Let's talk about, we saw a Paul Blair jersey right below us. Talk about a guy that can get a baseball and go after it in center field. One of the all-time great defenders. He was.
Fun to watch. Just below us, a Ryan Meisinger jersey below us. Mike Scioscia jersey. Boog Powell and his barbecue shop out there in Utah. We're going to be out there tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
Valbuena lifts one out to shallow left. Mancini has to come in on him. Albert, he's not going anywhere. One down. So Kinsler will step up. He's 0 for 3.
In this ballpark, these add-on runs are very important. Pretty good lead here, 6-0. And in this yard, you got to keep adding on when you get that chance.
Kinsler takes a strike. He has popped out twice and grounded out once. Blocked by Cisco this time. One and two. Pujols opening up the inning with a double off the wall and right. Simmons reached on the strikeout wild pitch. But moved to third. Ground ball to short. Machado to Scope on the first. Double play. The Angels are done here in the 7th. Time now for the Arco game break with Patrick O'Neill.
Okay, so I've been given the reins of the Arco game break. Let's do this, and let's start with Mike Trout, who entered tonight's game in a bit of a power outage, 13 straight games without an extra base hit, which would be the longest of his career, but in the first inning, third pitch, that one is gone. His 24th home run of the season. I saw him doing this in BP, so I should have called it, but how about defensively? Back in center field after 9 straight games DHing. That's where he wants to be. Great catch by number 27. And Simba Andrelton Simmons, a 7-game hit streak. 3 hits on the night. He's reached base 4 straight times, so he has great success against the Baltimore Orioles. And Felix Pena, in his first appearance on the road, 5 1/3, 5 Ks, and seemed to have plenty of gas left in the tank. Speaking of Arco, well, that's going to do it for this Arco game break. Before we go back to Victor and Gooby, here is a message from Arco.
Scoreboard Tampa up by 1 over the Astros, 3-2. The Yankees leading 5-1 against Boston. Washington all over Soto, the youngster, 19-year-old, a home run in that game as they lead Philadelphia 11-4. Chicago beats Minnesota. They were up in that game 1.5-2. They won that one 10-6. Seattle playing Kansas City later on tonight. And Cleveland playing Oakland. Both teams playing very good baseball at the moment. Eagles trying to pick up a game on both. Cleveland, and Oakland, Seattle, even potentially on Houston here today if they can hold this lead.
Cam Bedrosian works 2/3 of an inning as he throws the double play ball. That was it. Hansel Robles takes over. 2 2/3 innings as an Angel. He's given up 2 earned runs. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be Trumbo Davis and Valencia for Baltimore. Angels on top 6-0. Trumbo double play ball in the first, a strikeout in the 4th. Two balls, 1 strike. Halos tonight with 10 hits. 5 for Baltimore. Ball lifts it foul. 2-2. Trumbo takes down and away, full count. Three-two. Trumbo fouls it straight back. But Texas up 10-0 in the 3rd on the White Sox.
They've been playing pretty good baseball of late. Eight and 2 in their last 10 games for Texas.
That's out toward right center field. Trout is there. Chris Davis, fly ball to left center field and a pop-up foul territory. Out to shallow left. Upton comes racing in, calls Fletcher off. 2 down. Nobody out for Danny Valencia. Valencia with the ground down and fly ball to center. 2 outs here in the 7th. 6-0 Angels. And that one is in for a strike. This copyrighted telecast presented by Authority of the Los Angeles Angels may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Two-one count.
Trout much more comfortable playing center field. Too much energy in that dugout. He's DHing.
Lifted on the first base side. This one headed toward the seats. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Made a couple good plays out in center.
Two now. Back.
He's going towards our radio booth, I think. Just above him. There they are. They were ready to make the play.
Were they really?
Yeah. A lot of gold gloves for Mark Langston. He was ready.
Gave that up a long time ago. Valencia strikes out. That'll do it for the Orioles. A 1-2-3 7th. We're headed to the 8th. Angels up 6-0.
Sports West is brought to you by the Pacific Surfliner. The Surfliner series between the Angels and the Padres is coming up in San Diego August 13th through the 15th. Book your train tickets now on PacificSurfliner.com.
Martin Maldonado to lead things off here in the 8th with the Angels 6-0. Halos, the opener of this 3-game series. Angels trying to snap this 6-game losing streak on guaranteed win Friday.
Widow Joe Namath.
Meisinger has gone an inning and a third so far. This is Maldonado, Fletcher, and Calhoun. The Angels half of the 8th. Martina 1 for 3 game with a single RBI.
Pretty good spot on that fastball, 92.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Out to deep left field. Mancini's going to watch this one go. 7-0 Halos. 5th home run of the season for Martin Maldonado.
Talk about some good balance in this lineup here this evening for the Angels throughout. Well, he crushed that baseball. One of his hanging sliders and well out. The battle for that home run ball. Oh. Jump ball.
Neither one of them got the ball, right? I went to the person right above them, right?
But the effort was there, though.
Yeah. Kid was keeping his eye on the ball.
Yes.
Get out of his way. David Fletcher just missed a home run. The 6th inning, picked up an RBI double. 1 for 2 tonight with a walk.
He has a double, he has a triple. Now looking for that first home run. Maldonado, a lot of success against Baltimore this season. 8 for 15 with a couple home runs.
Fletcher shooting one out to right center field. Jones gliding over.
He covers some ground out there in center.
And down. So it makes it look easy. Mark Showalter's coming out with a left-hand batter up. Looks like Buck is going to take Meisinger out. Pitch and change here in the 8th inning. 1 run in for the Angels. 7-0. Halos on top. Tyler Skaggs, Andrew Kashner going tomorrow night, and then Deck McGuire on Sunday afternoon. Kevin Gossman for Baltimore.
Tyler Skaggs outstanding so far this season on the road. 5-2 with a 2.14 ERA. Looking for his 7th win of the season. Deck McGuire will be starting on Sunday. Andrew Heaney, David Fletcher on each side of Deck McGuire.
Old Ryan Meisiger made his major league debut. Well, next guy up, Paul Fry, making his major league debut as well. He faced Cole Calhoun. Fry, a 17th round pick by Seattle in 2013 out of St. Clair County Community College in Michigan. 25-year-old gets Cole to swing at that first one. Cole tonight 0 for 3, did have a sac fly in the 6th inning. Games at AAA for Fry. 0-1 with a 3.47 ERA.
Yeah, fastball 90-93. 3/4 arm action.
One ball, 2 strikes. Trout on deck. Cole strikes out swinging. 2 down.
Pretty good matchup right here. Trout versus Fry.
Mike 1 for 2 tonight.
Trout on a 2-0 pitch in the 1st inning. First game back at center field. After 9 games of DH, homers 24th of the season. On base 3 times again tonight.
Backdoor breaking ball misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Smash to the Orioles bullpen to give them a courtesy stand-up, as if they're going to catch that ball in the bullpen. Went beyond them to the Angels.
They were
bullpen.
screaming.
Yeah. 1-1. 1-2.
He's been pretty consistent calling that outside pitch throughout the entire game. And Hamari has.
Trout strikes out swinging. How about that for a big league debut? 2 strikeouts, including that of Mike Trout. He wanted to stay out there. He forgot how many outs there were. 7-0 Angels. We get to the bottom of the 8th. experience, I should say, with MLB Ballpark app. You can do it day or nighttime. It doesn't really matter. Access and manage your tickets. Enjoy check-in offers, exclusive content, much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Today. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. 7-0 Angels. Eduardo Paredes back up with the boys. It's 8th time this year. It's been a tough goal for the right-hander. 11 games and 7.43 ERA. And he's going to face the bottom third of the order. It'll be Scope, Beckham, and Cisco for Baltimore in the 8th inning. Jonathan Scope, second baseman, 0 for 2. Ground ball to third and a strikeout. Scope lifts it out to right, playable for Cole. 1 away. Until Robles, a 1-2-3 7th inning.
It's been pretty impressive since putting on that Angel uniform, especially with his consistency with his velocity on his fastball.
Ball and a strike. Beckham had a single back in the 3rd inning. Grounded out in the 5th. Halos with 7 runs on 11 hits and stranded 7. Baltimore, no runs on 5 hits, have left 3 on base. Halos defensively have turned 3 double plays tonight. 8th time this year the Angels have produced 3 or more double play ground downs, most by any team. Total of 6 times all of last year. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Think about it, Anderson Simmons and Ian Kinsler, your middle infielders, they are so good and so quick as far as turning double plays.
Full count. Out with a fastball. 2 down.
Challenge him. Good fastball there from Paredes. Part of the strike zone, gets a swing and miss.
Two outs, nobody on for Chance Cisco.
Oh, that's a great baseball name.
Chance Cisco.
Yes.
Maybe Deck McGuire will face Chance Cisco on Sunday.
That would be outstanding.
Be like a made-for-TV movie.
Potential Western.
You're on Western, huh?
Nice play.
Act like you've been there before, man.
Yeah, that's all. No problem.
Smooth. Cisco pops it up. We're off the 9th inning. Angels on top 7-0. Only on Fox. Stream it live also on the Fox Sports app.
Yes.
Yes.
Machado will certainly be there. Will he be in an Orioles uniform? Or in another uniform?
I think he still will be in an Oriole uniform at that point.
I think he might be an Orioles uniform the rest of the year.
You might be right on that one.
There's no might about it, big guy.
Mr. Guaranteed win tonight.
Yeah. Fry back out of the bump. His major league debut by striking out Calhoun and Trout. They face Upton, Pujols, Simmons here in the ninth inning. 7-0 Halos. Upton tonight 2 for 4. 2 singles, a strikeout, a fly ball to right.
Always when Mike Scioscia's talking with a catcher, Martin Maldonado being the case here, it's all about pitch selection, movement on pitches.
3-hit game for Justin Upton.
He's always talking catching when he gets a chance. Especially when you talk about pitch selection and movement on some of the pitchers tonight as far as their breaking balls. And it's been pretty solid throughout, but each pitcher in the game tonight for the Angels, especially Felix Pena to start with.
Albert doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 4. Just got a feeling he's going to go deep here. 2-run blast, make it 9-0. And go 1 flap down around the bases. Go Jeffrey Leonard.
Jeffrey Leonard.
Nobody warm for the Angels. It looks like Paredes will get the 9th.
He had a pitch right there. When you think about it, Albert Pujols in his career now with that double earlier tonight, 1,273 extra base hits all time. That's 7th on the all-time list. Names in front of him, amazing names. Albert getting closer to A-Rod to pass him by soon.
Bouncer back toward the mound. It'll turn into a double play. Two down. It's a sixth, right? Yeah. 6th double play turn tonight between these two teams. Just don't see that anymore for whatever reason, you know.
Well, the late great Ernie Harwell would have had a blast with this game too for the price of 1.
Edgelton Simmons tonight 3 for 4, 2 singles, double, strikeout, even reach on that, strikeout with a wild pitch. Chow.
Up and in. Goes a little matrix to get out of the way. Saw that in Boston also.
Angelin's one of those guys, always seems like when he's choosing that pitch, and always you can kind of tell when he's ready to jump on a pitch, kind of gears up and starts to open a little bit. And that makes him susceptible sometimes to those pitches that sail up and in on him.
Yeah, he turns the opposite way where you would want to show a youngster. Mike Trout is very good as far as turning the back on it.
Ground ball to right side, and a 4-hit game for Andrelton Simmons.
Well, textbook as far as utilizing the entire field. So 2 base hits up the middle, 1 to left field, a double, and now a base hit the other way. 2 toe taps and then threw the baseball away. Base hit to right field.
Second 4-hit game for Andrelton this year. Did it back on early May against Seattle. Matched a career high. Fifth time he's done that in his career. Valbuena 1 for 4.
It's great to see Andrelton Simmons getting that timing together. 8 hits in his last 3 games.
Hit attack for the Angels tonight. David Hassel out 9 of them in his 5 1/3. Meisinger 2. The rest to Fry.
Still pretty warm down there watching the game.
.4 local start tomorrow. That means we're on the air 12:30 Pacific time with Angels Live tomorrow. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Valbuena flips it out to left field. Mancini is there. We're headed to the bottom of the 9th. Angels looking to snap their 6-game losing streak. They're on top 7-0. And Eduardo Paredes back out to finish this one off. Stay tuned for Angels Live postgame show presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Top of the order coming up for the Orioles. It is Mancini, Jones, and Machado. Mancini on board 3 times, 2 singles and a walk. That that's going into the seats hot. Almost a nice play by a police officer. This one's out toward right field. Calhoun not going to get there. It's a fair ball into the corner. Mancini having a heck of a night. 3-hit game. On board all 4 times.
And he's hit the ball well to all fields throughout this game.
12th double of the season for the Orioles left fielder.
Went with that pitch. Was down and away. Down in that corner.
Jones 0 for 3. Out to right field, and this one is a fair ball on the line. It'll bring home a run. It's a single for Adam Jones. 7-1 Angels. So no shutout for the Halos tonight. 32nd RBI for Adam Jones.
Back-to-back hits going that way. They want us to take a quick look just to make sure that was a fair ball. It was right inside that chalk line. Fair ball, picked up a single of RBI for Adam Jones.
Machado 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and a double play ball. Angels will get another arm fired up in the bullpen. 3-0 count on Machado. Double single so far. Let's start the 9th. Justin Anderson now has to get ready, just in case. Full count.
Good spot there on the fastball, clearly in the strike zone.
Out toward right field, chasing Calhoun back near the wall, will make the catch. One down.
A pretty good sound off the bat.
Yep.
And like both batters in this inning, they were looking to go the other way on that swing there from Manny Machado.
There's trouble. 0 for 3. Hit it a double play back in the first inning. They just love that here in the ninth. Oh, 2. Chris Davis on deck. 0-2 now. Off the plate. A little over 24,000 tonight. Fireworks night. Just trying to snap their 6-game losing streak. Up 7-1. That's a called strike. 3 down goes Trumbo, 2 outs.
Yeah, they got him looking for a breaking ball instead. Painted that outside corner with a fastball. Second time in this game Trumbo has struck out.
Chris Davis tonight 0 for 3. 3 fly ball outs. Oh, one pitch. Top part of the zone. Oh, 2. It's Pena on the verge of picking up his first win as an Angel. The 0-2. Backdoor breaking ball misses. Pena went 5 1/3 tonight. No runs, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 hits allowed.
Very impressive outing. That slider was excellent tonight, as was his command of his fastball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the 2-2. Davis launches it foul. Adam Jones heading back over to first base. He had the RBI single to get the Orioles on the board. Followed the Trey Mancini double. Full count. Jones got to take off here with the pitch. 3-2 now. Davis takes a cold strike. 3. Light that baby up as the Angels pick up the victory tonight. 7-1 the final.
Very impressive pitching, hitting, defense throughout this game for the Halos. They snap that 6-game losing streak. Now let's take a look at our Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. Andleton Simmons, 4 for 5 with a double, run, and an RBI. 379 career hitter. Now against Baltimore, we talked about that before the game, and he utilized the entire field. 2 hits, right back up the middle for Andleton Simmons on pitches just above the belt and out over the plate. Then he hooks a breaking ball down in the corner for a double, and then his last at bat, fastball away, base hit the right field. Outstanding all-around effort by Andleton Simmons, involved in a number of double plays turned also.
5th career 4-hit game for Andleton Simmons, the 2nd of the season. And a terrific overall performance by the Angels offense. A little different look, wrinkle if you will, to the lineup, starting lineup.